Hey there. Well, there's a first time for everything, and I actually came back from this last trip out with the Land Cruiser with some damage. So I'll show it to you here. This control arm, I'll try to get a good angle for you. That control arm should be straighter than that. You can see there's kind of a curve on it. If you look at the one across on the other side, that one's nice and straight. I don't know what I hit. You know, here's a flat bar. If I hold that on there, should be straight. So I'm gonna pull this off of here and see if I can straighten it out in the press, and then we'll see what we can do to strengthen it so that it doesn't do that again. So I think I'm just gonna try the impact to see if I can loosen these. Hey, that was actually way easier than I expected. Cool. Okay. You won't be able to see it, but I'll get this back one the same way, I'm hoping. Hopefully. Cool. That was easy too. I'm okay with that. Ooh. The bolt doesn't want to come out too easy. Why do they put the bolts in that direction? I don't want to take the shock off. So here's the problem I'm dealing with in the back here. Here's the control arm. The bolt pushes fine, but it hits back here on the shock and the axle. So I gotta remove the shock to be able to get that out, so I can pull this out. Okay, so I just removed the bolt for the shock, pulled the shock off of there. The bolt for the control arm just came right out. Control arm's out. So you can see here, there's kind of some scrapes on there. I definitely drug it on something and created this this interesting shape. So we'll see if we can fix that. Okay, so I got it positioned here in the press, and I just kind of chose the high point here and clamped it on either side so that it wouldn't spin on me, hopefully. And we're just going to see what this does. Okay, well, it definitely flattened it out. I don't know if it'll stay, but I'm starting to dent it just a little bit there, so I'm going to back out carefully. Well, it's a little straighter, a little dent. So it's apparently not a very thick wall. Okay, I'm going to try and reposition this a little differently so I can try to get that bend fully out of there. Okay, so I got this piece of wood. It has like a little groove in it because it's a piece of old dunnage. So it kind of sits nicely on the pipe there. Then I'll use the flat bar here to keep from just squishing a hole into the wood with this. So let's try this. This is getting much closer. I think I'll back it off and see how straight we are. Okay, here's my new setup. These blocks came with the press. They got a nice little curve in here that fits good, so they're kind of like two little cradles. And then I clamped the piece to the bench so that it doesn't twist. And I got a different piece of wood because the other one was cracking. And so we're gonna see how this works. Oh, my wood is cracking again. And this is bending. Okay, so I just repositioned things a little bit and got rid of the piece of wood. Let me see how this does. My ruler's not straight. Oh man. It's getting very close. Okay, so I'm going to try and show you what I'm seeing. This is looking down it. This is the bottom side that hit the log or whatever it was. Here's my straight edge. And if I hold it on there, it lines up really close. There's just a little bit of light that I can see right here, which is right where the scrape is, so it's probably just a little dented from the log that I hit. Otherwise, it really lines up really, really close. On the other side here, it basically looks the same way. It lines up really good. I can see a little daylight through here, but that's where it's got squished from my press. And then if I hold it the other way here, it lines up very close. Little bit of sliver of daylight, and then actually the same on this way. Just a little bit of a bulge here, probably from the two squish points on this side. Make it bulge a little bit here, but really we're looking at very close to straight. So I'm feeling really good about that, and now I'm going to work on reinforcing it. All right, so here is my straightened control arm, and I've got this angle middle, and I ground where the two meet so that my weld is nice and clean, and the length is just perfect. And I'm going to weld that on there to strengthen it. Here we go. Okay, so to line this up, I just took this point here on the angle metal and lined it up with right here. It looks, there's like a built-in center line, must be from a weld or something like that. And I'm just lining the two up, and that makes it straight. And then I'm just going to tack weld it in a few places, and then after that I can kind of spin it around and get a better angle on it. Well, I forgot to turn the camera on when I was done welding, and then I painted it. So here it is painted. But as you can see, I put the angle metal there on the bottom, and I welded the ends closed, and then welded all down the side, both sides, welded both ends closed. I just didn't want water getting in there and rusting it out from the inside out. So I just closed it in all the way, and now I'm ready to put it back on the truck. Okay. Well, that's hard to see over there. There we go. What? Now that went in so easy because I haven't removed the other side yet. That keeps the other side still in, keeps the axle from moving around. So that just falls right into place here. Apparently you're supposed to only turn the nut side because the bolt side is, well, it's not supposed to turn. Not a lot of travel here. It's supposed to be torqued to 130. There it is. Okay. And now I can put the shock back on. Okay, we got it finished. It's all installed. I got the other one done as well. I think it looks pretty good. Definitely is stronger than it was. And I'm excited to see how it performs. It really wasn't very hard. And I'd encourage anybody else to do it, especially if they're dealing with stock lower control arms. This definitely will make it stronger. Thanks for watching.